Before the first human ever walked the earth, before the mountains rose or the oceans filled, there was a world unseen by human eyes. A world of light, devotion, and harmony. In this realm, the angels moved with purpose, each one a reflection of obedience and humility, their existence a continuous act of worship. Among them, there was no rivalry, no envy, only the pure joy of serving their Creator. Yet even in this perfect order, a single act would change the course of history forever. This is the untold story of the angel who defied Iblis, a story of courage, humility, and eternal struggle between pride and submission. The story of Iblis is known to many. He was not an angel, but a jinn created from smokeless fire. Yet his devotion and knowledge elevated him to the ranks of the angels. He worshipped with them, learned with them, and for a time was honored among them. But when Allah created Adam from clay and commanded all to bow in respect, Iblis refused. His pride would not allow him to submit to what he saw as an inferior creation. That moment of defiance became the first crack in the unity of the heavens, a warning that even the most devoted can fall if their hearts are not pure. But what is often forgotten is the reaction of the angels themselves. Did they simply bow without question, or did any among them feel the weight of Iblis's rebellion? In the traditions passed down through generations, there are whispers of an angel whose heart trembled at the sight of Iblis's arrogance. This angel was not the most powerful nor the most famous, but his sincerity set him apart. As the command to bow was given, he watched Iblis hesitate, his face darkening with envy and pride. The angel felt a surge of unease. How could one who had worshipped so long now refuse a single command? The angel's gaze met Iblis's, and in that silent exchange, a story began that would echo through the ages. The angel did not speak out of arrogance, but out of a deep love for Allah and a fear for what Iblis was about to lose. He whispered a prayer, asking Allah to protect him from pride, to keep his heart pure. As the angels bowed, this angel's submission was not just physical, it was a surrender of the soul, a recognition of Allah's wisdom above all else. As the celestial assembly bowed in perfect harmony, the angel who had witnessed Iblis's hesitation felt a deep ache in his heart. The unity of the heavens, once so complete, now seemed fragile. The angel pondered the meaning of obedience. For the angels, obedience was their very nature, woven into their existence. They were created to serve, to praise, to carry out the commands of their Lord without hesitation. But Iblis, though he had lived among them, was different. His worship had been intense, his knowledge vast, but his heart had harbored a secret pride that none had seen until that moment. The angel realized that true obedience was not just about following orders, it was about surrendering one's will, trusting in the wisdom of the Creator, even when the command seemed beyond understanding. In the days that followed, the angel observed Iblis from a distance. He saw how Iblis's isolation grew, how his bitterness festered. The other angels, though saddened, continued their worship, their voices rising in praise and remembrance. But the angel who had witnessed the defiance could not remain silent. He approached Iblis not with anger, but with compassion. "O Iblis," he said softly, "do not let pride consume you. Allah's command is always just, even if we do not understand it. Return to Him, seek forgiveness, for His mercy is greater than His wrath." Iblis turned away, his eyes burning with resentment. "You do not understand," he replied, his voice trembling with a mix of pain and defiance. "I am made of fire and he is made of clay. How can I bow to one I see as lesser?" The angel's heart ached at these words. He saw not just the arrogance, but the fear and insecurity that lay beneath. Iblis was afraid of losing his status, his identity, his place among the honored. The angel prayed for Iblis, asking Allah to soften his heart, to guide him back to the path of humility. But the decree had been set. Iblis's refusal was not just a single act of disobedience. It was a declaration of rebellion, a choice to stand apart from the mercy of Allah. The angel understood then that every soul, even those closest to the divine, must choose their path. Obedience is not a burden, but a gift, a chance to draw nearer to the one who created all things. As the story of Iblis's fall spread among the angels, the angel who had reached out to him became a symbol of compassion and humility. He reminded the others that even in the face of defiance, mercy and empathy must never be forgotten. The days in the celestial realm are not measured as they are on earth, but the memory of Iblis's defiance lingered like a shadow. The angel who had shown compassion became more reflective, his prayers deeper, his worship more sincere. He often pondered the wisdom behind Allah's command to bow to Adam. Why had Allah chosen this particular test? What lesson was hidden within this moment that would echo through the ages? One evening, as the golden light of the unseen world bathed the heavens, the angel found himself in quiet contemplation. He remembered the first time he had witnessed the creation of Adam. The angels had watched in awe as Allah shaped Adam from clay, breathing into him a soul, granting him knowledge and honor. The angel had felt a surge of wonder, recognizing that this new creation was not a rival, but a sign of Allah's limitless creativity and mercy. Yet, he also sensed the tension that rippled through the ranks of the angels and jinn, a silent question. Why Adam? Why now? The angel's thoughts returned to Iblis. He realized that Iblis's refusal was not just about pride, it was about misunderstanding the nature of honor. Iblis believed that honor came from one's origin, from being made of fire rather than clay. But the angel understood that true honor comes from obedience, from humility, from recognizing one's place before the Creator. In that moment, the angel made a silent vow. He would dedicate himself to understanding and embodying the virtues that Iblis had rejected. As time passed, the angel became known among his peers for his wisdom and kindness. He would gather the younger angels and share with them the lessons he had learned. Do not let pride take root in your hearts, he would say. Remember that we are all servants, created for a purpose. Our worth is not in what we are made of, but in how we respond to the call of our Lord. The story of the angel who defied Iblis by choosing humility over pride began to spread. It became a source of inspiration, a reminder that even in the face of great temptation, one can choose the path of righteousness. The angel's example stood in stark contrast to Iblis's rebellion. Where Iblis had chosen isolation, the angel chose community. Where Iblis had clung to his own sense of superiority, the angel embraced the wisdom of submission. In the unseen world, stories are not just told, they are lived, felt, and remembered. The angel's journey was far from over. He knew that the test of obedience was not a single moment, but a lifelong commitment. Each day brought new challenges, new opportunities to reaffirm his devotion. And as he looked upon the earth, where Adam and his descendants would soon begin their own journey, the angel prayed that they too would learn the value of humility, the beauty of surrender, and the power of compassion. In the years that followed, the angel's reputation for humility and wisdom grew. He became a quiet guide among the angels, a gentle reminder that even in the highest ranks, the heart must remain vigilant against pride. The story of Iblis's fall was retold again and again, not as a tale of condemnation, but as a lesson for all who sought closeness to Allah. The angel would often reflect on how easily devotion could be tainted by arrogance, how a single moment of self-importance could undo centuries of worship. He watched as Adam and his descendants began their journey on earth, facing trials, temptations, and the constant whispers of Iblis. The angel felt a deep empathy for humanity, understanding that their struggle was not so different from the one he had witnessed in the heavens. He prayed for them, asking Allah to grant them strength, humility, and the wisdom to recognize the traps of pride. The angel knew that every soul, whether angel, jinn, or human, was tested in its own way. The true measure of greatness was not in one's origin, but in one's response to the call of the Creator. The angel's story became a beacon for those who sought to understand the deeper meaning of obedience. He taught that submission to Allah was not a sign of weakness, but of strength, a conscious choice to trust in the wisdom of the one who knows all things.